Good morning. It is LPL time. We got Anyone's Legends versus Top Esports. We got a lot of good players in here. 369 versus Flandre. Kanavi versus Tarzan. Cream versus Shanks. So that's pretty hype. That's pretty cool, actually, seeing these youngsters play against each other. JackeyLove, Hope, Crisp, Kale. Let's get into it. So, in terms of comps, Wukong is a very unique pick. It used to be picked actually quite often into Jace, but personally, I just don't really see it. Mostly just because Jace is like a power pick. Like when Jace is just like a regular pick, I get it, but right now he's a power pick. So it should be an advantage for them here. And Jace overall, if he gets strong enough, will probably just demolish most people on this team. I will say it's not the happiest of MF angles with Yone, Wukong, and Leona. Like, this is not the most enjoyable pick here. The RE, it really depends. I mean, like, their mid jungle will be a big factor towards, like, what they can do on the map along with the Poppy, because the Poppy has a lot of strength, right? Like, she could cancel him, her, and him, right? Like, and of course, if you can knock one of these guys out, huge. In a skirmish, yeah, these guys have advantage in a skirmish. Like, they have a lot of tools, a lot of mobility. It looks good for them in these quick fights. But this character, if they do it right, if Chris plays it right, will be the determining factor. And of course, like I said, if the Jace just gets like wicked ahead, like, it's gonna be hard for these guys. Lane swap wise, I'm trying to think here. I don't think either team really cares the lane swap. Maybe bot lane would prefer the lane swap because MF Poppy can be kind of obnoxious.
All the fans, we knew this was what's going to happen during Grand Finals, and I'm glad it's delivered for the fans so far. And I think as well, the fact that we're in those Grand Finals, you get a lot of shadows that we probably have so far. But also, the walkouts from
Oh, looks like they are. Nice. Yeah, I think they're lane swapping not... I don't think it's for the Wukong. It wouldn't make sense doing it for the Wukong. It has to probably be for the bot lane.
And that's where kind of that addition is important to talk about, because the bottom trio was the same this year that it was last year. Some of the middle successes we saw there, but the fact that Riley Flandre is making things go so well, important to talk about it. We should probably get pressed out of his jungle here.
Yeah, I don't imagine it's going to start too much of the issue, but it's definitely going to at least give information.
Okay, so they're doing it this way. So for one, I will say, did they know that Jace was on mid? Yeah, they saw him cross this way. So this is the only reason why they invaded. It's because the Jace is going mid. If the Jace didn't show here, they have to go top. Otherwise, the Jace would soak XP, and that would be bad. He did have a ward on the Raptor, so that's okay. They're already entering the bot side, and the Wukong is looking to soak XP, so this is a little bit different. For the Jace, if he can't soak the XP in top, then doing the 2v1 mid to get level 2, then go top, and then this guy bases, and then he runs top, and then you recover. And they can play this, like, with these two. Like, you could definitely lane with these two in a 2v2, so it doesn't seem bad. I don't think the MF can lane against Wukong. I don't think that's the greatest of all things. The other option is that they soak XP with Jace in mid, and then they actually dive the Wukong, because the Wukong doesn't have CC. He can just go W, that's it. And they have Poppy Vi, so they could dive. So maybe that's what they're gonna do. Because he's leaning into bot.
The whole reason you're doing this is because we split the map. The expectation is that jungles are going to take the side that their bot lanes are on, but actually Tarzan is going to steal his entire bot side and then probably move over to that top side. They welcome away that farm advantage. Just a small early game advantage going over to your jungler.
Ooh, that is what they're gonna do. Ooh. Oh man. But they couldn't dive. And he didn't get the loot, but... Huh. I wonder if that's actually good on how they did this. Because the Leona based to recover. And she bases once she recognizes that Jace is running bot. And then naturally, once she shows, the Jace can TP top. Okay. I don't mind it.
Well, I know Tarzan flashed, he didn't smite, and obviously he was flashing to smite, but now he's there fast enough.
The camp clears are pretty awkward.
This is what I was wondering when we saw the lane swap, is what the Wukong, how the Wukong was going to be able to operate in. Oh no, we're already getting this replay this one. 500 HP plus the spear landing, and it's just one way to start this now.
They got a plate. It's not bad. The bot lane is a little late on base, and it's not a cannon. Ideally, the Leona would have... Ooh, they're gonna slow build it. Okay. Because these guys are so late on their base, the Wukong will never fast crash this, but bot lane they actually could have done it. And if the Nilly's gonna sit on bot side based on how our camp takes went, they could have pulled the wave, and that would have been a play. Also, it probably would have been good for Leo in a way, because if you fast crash the wave, she can just go mid. And then this guy's just slow playing on the wave on bot. Yone TP's back, and then you roll on the top, because this wave is bouncing top. And they don't know what the lane assignments are yet. So you have to be kind of flexible on what happens.
He's a very control heavy jungler when he is able to take a lot of successes, and for me it's also the way, okay, well, we can see why we do a little bit pushed on.
Yeah, I mean, he can't really lane this.
That's a nice spear combo there, and the claws will sink, but the burn isn't gonna be enough. One more auto attack will get hope that first kill for AL.
Really nice pick on that bot side first kill, going over that trouble.
Oh, that's it, that presence gonna lock you down, keep you down. Chris with the response from top esports.
I'm trying to think, is that really the better option?
Yeah, I think that's the power that this melee versus range will give to Cream. And honestly, coming into this series, Cream is one of those players that had like small question marks and reservations around if he's going to be able to perform at a grand finals level. So far through this laning phase, certainly has been there. One quickly address as well. Just where those kills went, yes, it was a 1-for-1 in the split, but the fact that the kill goes Hope versus Chris as well, a little bit of gold in the early switches, especially in the lane swap meta, when moving around the map is so prevalent, getting that little bit of extra injection on.
Because when you look at it, it's like, this wave is building out, and they could just zone this guy permanently, and the MF could just farm. And then with the Vi being on top side, Poppy can base and go bot. Like, they don't have to like keep trimming the wave, because Vi can play for gank on the bounce back, like or with the wave pulling out, right? And then Poppy can literally fog, so you don't know if she's still there or not, so Wukong can't just walk up. And then the Jace just doesn't stand under the turret right away, because they're clearly building so they can do something. And so you do want to partially recover this. He doesn't even have to flash for this guy, by the way. Like, this is actually not needed, this part. Poppy could just go into the brush now. Yeah, I think that's the best option, based on how this went. Don't flash, run here, chill out, and you have a pink here too, right? So, like, you could see where both angles where Wukong can enter. And you hit base, you run down here, because they're building to defend. This guy takes this stuff. He comes up top to gank. If Wukong tries to approach, MF chips him. Then this wave can eventually turn. These guys would probably have to crash and then base and go back up here. Like, it's... This is probably one of the more technical lane swaps I've watched in a while, in terms of just, like, what people need to be doing, because the most important thing in lane swaps is how you base. Because this ends up just being like, okay, I guess we're gonna trade. And like I said, the Jace should not die bot. Like, if he has QE, he should back off, QE the wave, and he's fine. So that's on 369. So they're both bot lanes go top now because they want to play for grubs. That's why they're both up there.
Yep, that is true. They have big wombo, I think, right? We're already talking about TES where they kind of swap in between these forms of playing out the range, utilizing the Vi and the Jace. But in the area, it's already really close start here.
That's a really nice from Chris from that initial engage. One of the grubs already
okay. So I want to know what happened with mid. Because so Hanabi's doing like, it's a small cardinal sin where it's like you start the grubs before anyone's even set. So like, and there's a pink, right? So that's rough. So he could go top and free these guys and they come down. He could go mid. Like, he could do both of these, free them, and then pull that member over to help. But he does neither, so neither mid, it looks like neither mid can move, and neither, like, these guys can move right away. Like maybe the Poppy should sit here, but the problem is if he sits there, they could just get MF sums. Like it's just awkward.
That's a really nice to know from Chris from that initial.
Actually, the Ahri can move. If the Ahri can move on her own, because it looks like she can move now, she should go. That actually makes no sense for him to still be here. If this guy wants to freeze the wave even, it doesn't matter.
That's a really nice to know from Chris from that initial.
So it looks like this play actually probably is okay if the Ahri just goes. So it's not as bad as I thought. But he takes forever to show up. Because like once, if Ahri was moving now, should be already by this pink. And now this play top is like good. You know what I mean? Like if they can actually get it here in time to make the situation happen. Otherwise, it's just like not useful at all.
The broadcast as a whole has been very positive on Kyle. That is an exact reason for why he's adapted his lane already. Instead of going to the center play to open up, Q flashes immediately on top of Chris, so they can't call the stop. Wow.
Oh, he wants it, the flip! Oh, double flourish, the cleanse. It is so close, but JackeyLove's turn 5.
Oh my god, those are the two AD carries already so bad.
Oh my god, we've got fights all over the place. Vladimir is trying to take that 369 in his own solo ball. One more snap to the stick.
Yikes. Well, the Jace lost. The Jace is not going to be useful at all. Also, I need to slow down for the fights. Because once the Ahri wants the base, the Yone wants the base.
So they can't call the stop. Wow.
Oh, he wants it, the flip! Oh, deadly flourish, the cleanse. It is so
The Jace decides to fight the Wukong, but the Wukong hits 6 on the creep support Jace. And obviously J6 is like nothing, right? So he kind of just doesn't read the situation, like how close this guy is to it. And then now we're in the river, fighting these guys. Ahri moving first.
City now as Tarzan goes in. Big steadfast presence there as they are trying to block as much damage. Shanks missing with that big seal.
That he cloned it.
But Cream doesn't have the damage just yet. You have to remember, we are just
that Ocean Drag is screwing that guy over. That was pretty good by them, actually.
It's not a solo because trying to take that.
We're still going.
So he kills this guy. And I'm just wondering, is there any point on them flexing on here anymore? Like, they have the ward, but Ahri's first, so there's no point on doing this. So it's just anyone's legends just error. I mean, it's a really nice pick off in the end of the day.
So far, it's going pretty well, not losing anybody. After Shanks misses that ulti, and the Queen can't quite find a reset to take over the fight.
Alright, so he dodges out everything except for the lead play. That's the most important one. Now Canadia's going to try to get him out, saving Ryan. Might just lead to Ryan dying.
Okay, I mean, we just randomly killed ourselves immediately after for some odd reason.
What is going on in this game? I feel like, you know, we started off
The MF cannot mid, the lane mid. That's not a thing.
And then this bottom lane fight between our two top laners. I mean, this is really smart by Flandre, having the minions going down right on the verge of hitting level 6 to grab it here. But then this next fight, we're walking into Dragon with no Leon ult. There's no possibility for healing either to do all that much in close combat. I think this is a really tough ask, and the fact that AL eventually come out on top of that speaks a little bit to TES overextending. The synergy mix there between Flandre and Chris, because he shoves the Oliver section 2 go wide. A great little flow as well from Flandre keeps himself alive. And with AL starting to come out the gates now just a little bit better, let's look again at where the gold is falling into Hope's back pocket. Shanks now the target.
But again, we fight, we continue to fight, catches the Shanks. Gonna try to get his way out of that one. Season assist locks him down. He's unfortunately just gonna prolong his death. Go for the face. He'll combo back, get some healing. So he goes down, and that's a big TP in the fight for Flandre. They get a nice double side blow. Steadfast presence keeps
Damn.
Flandre still gets the kill. Deadly Flare's not gonna be there, but he opens up anyways.
Damn. Damn.
Keeps himself alive, and
That's rough. So the Vi has the top, like the whole top side up. When this play ended, top side is still up. The grubs come up in 2 minutes. This is the Jace's situation, but he has TP. So he doesn't need to do anything. I mean, like, they do need to get Ahri in mid. And the MF needs to come into bot. So you're just looking for a timer to get these guys to base. Also, I highly doubt they would ever dive this. Like, if you look at Leona's HP and Lily's HP, so Poppy shouldn't come bot. Poppy should go in the top side to get vision. You also have really good vision on bot river. So Poppy could easily deploy, it means Poppy could literally deploy into mid, even. But, like, she could deploy in the top and get brief vision. Come on, let's get past this real quick. And the Vi clears down. By the way, she'll be in this area, protect that map, and then you're looking for a base timer on cannon for these two to switch. Unless they want Jace into Young, but I don't think so, because if you look at this, it's like... I mean, the advantage, obviously, in this case is, like, the mid laners are way more farmed up than the top laners. So there's a disparity, and so it's like she could play into him, and he could play into him. The Jace probably still would prefer playing against Wukong than the Yone. Especially with these items. Like, I can't imagine him wanting to play against that. And then, like I said, Kanavi can clear down, and since they already had this vision, and then they can just play for the drag. And that's it. This guy even has TP, which is better for him to come up here.
But yet again, we fight. We continue to find catches.
And if you look at what the Poppy's doing, the Poppy doesn't sit on mid to help them get the push correctly, so the bot lane starts just running down. And then yeah, the Wukong TP advantage comes through, which is like the big issue. So yeah, they definitely screwed up making this play bot. It was just very unneeded. That was just a bad decision, man. That was just like not really thinking about anything. So we trade drag for 6 grubs? That's crazy. The Yone had TP as well. I mean, I know that the Wukong overtakes bot because of the TP situation, but... the Wukong needs a base anyways. So the Wukong should just go top. And the Yone should go bot. It makes the most logical sense. But they didn't do that. So they clearly told themselves we didn't want to play for drag because we didn't have Wukong R or Yone R for the timing. I think that's why they did it that way. That has to be the only reason I can think of why they didn't do those lane assignments. They clearly thought they could not fight because of those 2 key ultis are down, and so let's not risk it. Also, they did take 1 grub, so it was not 6 grubs.
So then if we're talking about matchups, the things that we want to focus on, I gotta talk a little bit more about this top lane matchup a little bit, because 369 on one hand, he's 1-3 on the Jace.
I will say, whenever you watch LPL, there's so much shit that happens that it can... not only does it make reviewing the games longer because, like, stupid shit happens, so it really, like, ruins the flow of predictions. You kind of have to start reading into, like, what could they actually be? Like, what's in their head? What's going through their head, right?
Obviously got counterpicked, struggled because of it, right? Like,
Yep.
we've seen
In this situation, Herald's in 230. Drags in 3 minutes. Jin is half HP. 3-0.
Specifically built to
The last time he based... Last time he based, he had 102 CS.
What do you think?
So he basically just takes a bad chunk by JackeyLove, which, yeah, that's on Hope. Good by JackeyLove. And he's only gotten 18 CS, so he doesn't really want to base yet. So no base, he's gonna chill. Yone goes through mid because they don't have top visions, which I'm perfectly fine with. Crisp does the forbidden thing of like, oh, you know, I'm gonna chip them when they come in and then run away. Unfortunately, he just gets stunned. And yeah, he just dies.
He might be in some trouble as now the curtain call comes open from Hope. They're gonna back them off of this fight. They do take the 1 kill and back.
That was really good by them to like at least find this situation, right? Like just walk in, get the vision. If someone's there, fight. So that was good by them. They also lost the RER, and Wukong TP is gonna come back up again. So if Leo resets, Wukong comes on the map, and they settle, and like Jin's gonna have the base, right? And they settle in a little bit, they could have looked for another fight on top side.
I mean, what you have to do is just hold your punches to the right time, right? You gotta do the whole Legolas quote from Lord of the Rings. Wait till you see the line there. Because there are a lot of tools to negate him in ways.
But because Jhin has to base, they're calling it off. Like that timer in which they might have, like they could have maybe done something with a TP advantage again. They're like, well, our conditions are kind of bad. We could force it, but it's a little, it's a little too far of a reach. So Dragon's coming up, which is what they want. I mean, this is just a solo ult. Ult for ult. I'm pretty sure. He also TP'd, man. Why did he TP? Oh, dude. That actually screws with things, because this means now you basically have to play for Herald. Now you're playing for Herald for certain because he did this. This is not a thing. Unless he's going to get pushed suddenly over Ahri, but I don't think he is. That sucks. Damn. Also, they could have just gone a ward on Dragon. I mean, I feel like I would prefer playing for Dragon as anyone's legend. No? All of my ultis are up. I'm a way better teamfighting comp when it comes to, like, if we could do, like, a quick pick, right? Like, we definitely have that strength. And, yeah, you definitely want to take fights.
369 being 1 and 3.
He goes for the solo ulti. Yeah, like I said, because he TP'd.
Goes out from Shanks. That's gonna be a big tool that is not available for this Herald fight if it does kick off Cream. Also not having.
Well, he lost half his HP. He'll get it back, but.
He already was level 11 when he popped it, so definitely gonna be in their favor. But you see AL already in position. They also are placing down these really traps to make it very difficult for TES to walk in. I'm not sure where Flandra's gonna go, because he can continue to hit around on the bottom lane turret, but a teleport level 11 Wukong is gonna be so dangerous for TES to deal with.
Talk about a tricky spike. It's been hit for Flandra. Normally it's in the jungle, but this time it's top lane. AL starting off the Herald.
They want to go in. Cannot
he missed.
in range, but can't do it. Nice little wall bang from Chris. There's a lot of damage.
Damn.
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 Try to get a little bit on Hope's level,
Damn.
and that's gonna be
Damn.
moving in and moving out. Shanks trying to play.
Someone's got to show this to me again. This, like I said, like this, they trade ulti for ulti. Vibe is already on bot side, but you can't really dive the Wukong. And the Herald comes up first. Obviously, it would be nice if Poppy just put a ward on a dragon, so then they could just have Vi up here and match.
5 seconds until that Herald, and then a minute before.
Also, I guess he doesn't really need to do the Krugs, Kanavi. Because, like, his Raptors are not even up, so he should probably just book at the top side with these guys and just look. No? That makes the most sense. Yeah, that definitely is. So, like, Kanavi's, like, pathing is odd. I'm still not the biggest fan of Shanks TPing, but, whatever.
He already had Malignance. He already was level 11 when he popped it. Spot where he can definitely going to be.
The Jace based for conditions, which is actually not the worst. It's a little weird, but it's not the worst. And this timer is definitely the timer for them to fight because the wave crashed, right? Like you see the bot wave, it crashed. So the Wukong right now is just waiting. He's just like sitting here and he's waiting to TP over here. So they want to take a fight while this is the case.
Normally it's in the jungle, but this time it's top lane. AL starting off the Herald. Flandra.
They just need to go first, no?
This time it's top lane. AL starting.
Poppy's in an awkward spot. I feel like also Leona should not leave this spot at all. Like if this is their vision, they can't see what the Leona's thinking. Doesn't have Hex Flash. Yeah, I wouldn't leave this position because he could just mark the Poppy so the Poppy doesn't do anything. And then these two are just staring at them and that's it. And then the second they go in, Wukong TPs. Like, I'm TPing as Wukong right now. I'm TPing.
They want to go in.
I'm TPing. I'm TPing. I'm TPing. I mean, is his TP not up? I'm so confused on what he's doing. He should just be here now. This guy should get stunned right away if they're going to play it this way. And they just go forward. Like, yeah, the MF can try to pressure a little bit, but, like, the Wukong will just go after you. So, like, she can't walk all the way in. And then no one's, like, positioned here. Everyone's moving forward. This is just a weird fight taken by Red Side. Like, Red Side had a really good setup for this, and it's because Kanavi wasn't present. Like, Kanavi did a weird pathing, so that was odd. That was weird. They should not have lost that.
It's so crazy to think back to that track record over this year. About the big win moments for AL and trying to rekindle some of that. Now they did lose the one game for this one. We get in a little breathing room here, but Turret finally goes down to bot lane. Let's take a look back at the lead.
So importantly, your ulti from Chris goes wide, which would have ultimately made it so they got less kills in the long run. JackeyLove comes to what I was saying before, got a good channel on his ulti, just was left alone. More than happy to go with that. And the key difference here is that Flandre did a TP, 369 did. Flandre had pushing bot side, decided to use that time to walk up. But the power of TP is that you can cheat tempo. 369 does exactly that. It teleports in, makes the impact that little bit sooner, forcing the flash out Shanks as well.
I think the fact that Flandre eventually uses teleport, right? It's like, okay, well, now we just have 369 who is still going to be able to get gold, and they still went on that play. So I want to see how AL can be able to bounce back. They're a team that, like we said, is a bit squishy. Really only have that, the only people that have that front line. And TES have so many different ways of being able to get into your back line, disrupt how you want to be able to fight front to back. So we need to see
No TPs on the RATP top as your TP advantage. Dude, I don't care about TPing for that. I really don't care TPing for that. Otacon is spawning on bot side too. The Yon TP will come back up for that in time. But if you wanted to fish for a fight with RATP, could have. Like if she had TP right now, instead of saving the top turret, and they could have played for the bot turret with TP on, they would lose top turret, and that would have been an okay situation. Instead, now we're topside playing for the RE to get vision so she can play into the Young. And they do get it. They do get it, but it's like anyone's Legends is just kind of slow to figure out what they want to do. Because the Jhin is matching the wave here, right? Hope he does not have Flash. And they know she doesn't have X Flash, question mark? I don't know if X Flash actually shows. But their jungle support and mid can all just be here to fight. They can all just be here if they want to. And if they're not going to defend this properly, because the thing is, at this point, when they see these guys dip like this, so look, so the MF, they kind of know they're leaning up top side. They could dip, and they should be mid sooner. That way they could clear the vision and actually zone them with the Wukong move. But they're a little late. You do get the MFR. But yeah, if they just thought about it sooner and just admitting the defeat, they could have gotten quite a bit off that.
For my Jhin enthusiast, how much are the Swift marches going to matter when there's a Poppy and a Vi on top of you?
They matter.
Okay, well, I just want to do a temperature check here. Look, we've got still Ruinous Otacon available. Doesn't seem like either team is really going to be indexing towards it right now, but I do expect with the Dragon spawning in 2 minutes, if that is going to be
The Yon open mid.
Okay, for my Jhin enthusiast, how much are the Swift marches going to matter when there's For my Jhin enthusiast, how much are the Swift marches going to matter when there's a Poppy and a Vi on top of you?
They matter.
Okay, well, I just want to do a temperature check here. Look, we've got still Ruinous Otacon available. Doesn't seem like either team is really going to be indexing.
Should he have opened mid? I guess it's okay, but once he sees this, he should have started booking it this way. Like, he does need to actually answer this. No one's gonna pull Otacon right away. Like, I mean, if you do, it's not great. Like, especially for these teams, I think it's not good. Like, no one really has... Okay, Red Side could maybe do it. You know what? Maybe Blue Side... Nah, Jace's poke is pretty slow, though. They really can throw more. So he did one wave. I wouldn't do one wave either. Like, I would keep going. Like, I would wait, and when they show like this, then I would be going top again. Because Yon's doing nothing here. And now the Ahri who got the pressure mid gets to go top. And there's no way this is going to be anything. So now the Ahri gets to push top again and get another timer, a base this time, over the Yon. So Shanks is kind of just like steadily, yeah, not really doing much. Okay. So now that Shanks was to go top and push out the wave. Okay, if someone ints, so be it, right? I don't really know about Wukong.
But we do have a drag. Who likes who's
And if I'm Leo, why is Leo going around? Leo can just go this way. It's fine, just go this way. It's not a big
I don't
deal.
know where that conversation continues.
Look,
And when they enter the play for vision, just poke them, right? Like, you don't actually have to go in, just poke them. Do they know that Ari's here?
Coming up. Who's babies? I don't know where that conversation continues.
Look,
Yeah, they do. She just showed and took a ward, so they know that Ari's here too. And you don't see her, so like if she's just here, she has all this access, right? That's kind of scary. And the MF is in such a good position. So it's a hard int by Flandre.
Oh my God, the double engage.
Yeah, bro, this guy's inting like crazy. What? Oh no. Wow, what a massive int by Flandre. Once again, red side had superior position over the objective. And they just toss it away.
Got TP coming in. I mean, this is multi-TPs from both teams, so it's way too late to even secure the dragon. Flag rate just a little bit late to the fight. That will be second dragon in the top esports.
This is such a tough map to play. Now that TS have gotten 5 with the grub, we're seeing it time and time again. TS deploy out on the side lane, make sure they're pushing and then close in on these objectives. We see the start of this. It was great, but looking at the tools are already not available on tiles. There's no pressure on JackeyLove this entire fight. And he's able to let rip with bullet time.
And he's been so well calling it early as well.
Okay, we're just gonna start this one up. See who's gonna
This is wild. I mean, God. It's also the one objective that, like, if you kill it, you have to get the petals to actually get the real value. Like, I don't really care about the 25% bonus to, like, objectives you take. Like, maybe that's actually important, right? At times, but they have one drag, one grub, so the petals mean everything.
You watched the Azael video or not?
So they have all the resistances dropped like crazy. And yeah, I mean, they're dead and the game is over. Like, the game is literally over. The Otacon died, right? Yeah, the Otacon died. They took all the petals. And they even got the Otacon, right? So the game is super over.
You're not wrong there, but it's also just that swing and momentum. We talked so heavily about hope, that underrated star for anyone.
This MF, by the way, this MF has never been. This MF has never been in a. Has never been scared. Like I said, like they have access to be able to find her. And they just, dude, he is just always in a position in which there's nothing that can be done. But also at the same time, like I said, starting Otacon, your resistances drop. And unless like it was the GA one where like, yeah, you could kill it, get the GA, and even if you get ace, it's not the end of the world. But this one, not so much.
And you have to think as a fearless draft, like these are picks you want to win with for anyone's legend. And the fact that you're losing with them is a little bit difficult in that regard. Top esports, so I mean, if this is true to their story, we have seen them build up over series, and now we're at their full force, and it's something to behold.
You can take a look at the playoff bracket again. It's just been all 5 games. We look at their 2 series in the upper bracket, and that's what we're expecting here. There are no strangers to adversity, even going up against their 2 prior series against top esports. Those were also.
I'm not even gonna pause it really. At this point, let's just let it roll. Let it roll. Let's see if they can actually make a comeback. I mean, that's not bad. He got his flash. The Wukong can push out the bot lane entirely now. And they'll have a timer. They're a little late on base on support. Dragon in 20. Still have vision on Baron. The Wukong could have straight shot at top, but I actually like that he's joining the team now because it's just too late. Ooh, this is the first time they found MF. Okay, I said I was not gonna pause, but I'm gonna slow it down.
So out of graph now, can they make a move? They get wall.
Oh, I said I wasn't gonna pause. Kael or Kale, I don't know how you say it, needs to like get on this. Oh, we got punted. Damn it, Crisp. Oh, Crisp actually just saved that situation so hard. Because that was the rare time where they actually had a moment for the Poppy. So they're... Wow. They basically just said, screw the dragon, let's just take these turrets. Interesting. I don't think I would have done that as them, personally. I think I still would have played for the dragon. Like,
Was the second dragon and second one being first mountain?
I don't really like the idea of giving away
With about 6K,
a clear win con where if you take it and then in the next 5 minutes, like, it's a certainty that basically that you're gonna win. These tourists don't mean you're gonna win, it just means you have some more gold.
And talk about that ease. I mean, now you're on 3 items for Cream that you were just talking about. But also, Kanavi has his 3rd item. It's a G8. So they just throw himself at a prio target and win the fight for his team and still have that second life. A lot going right for
So they have access to midway first.
If they want to try to press over onto that AL, just struggling to find something. But I will say, out of everything, there is a 3rd item on the horizon for Shanks on the Yone. Does that make a difference?
Infinity S coming through is big if he can access so much of these team fights. If the Shanks turning up to a fight and then just leaving.
All right, we'll see that fight is going to be left or it's going to continue. TP coming in, that's going to be Flying Ray. Solar Player is used. So that means Volcon is free reign right now.
Damn, that's just a little too fast, but I really like what they did here. Because they're strong arming the Baron side, right?
Coming through is
We're 5 stacked and Wukong is showing. I think as 369, trying to approach this is actually pointless. I think he should just be in the same like section here with them. Ari can be here for sure, and just look to poke anyone that's here. And JackeyLove probably should be like around here. No, like when Crisp is in this position, you should have people poised to hit them, so they can't just like destroy Crisp and run away. Like this shouldn't be the case for their setup, and that is what happens. So Crisp loses 30% of his HP, and no one can answer. And Hanabi has no flash. Holy shit! This guy's inting. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's another win. I think they win. No. I will admit that JackeyLove is in a prime position again, which is just obnoxious. But I'm looking at Kanavi. Oh, he has GA though. Ooh. Oh, man. I'm trying to think what's best. Because the Jin can open up here. She would MFR him, though, which is annoying, but the Yone could also just send it. Like, the Yone could just E-R this with the Leo stunning them. The Nidalee will approach from the left, and the Wukong TP's here. So the MF can fight for 4 seconds, right? And then she needs to run because she has no flash. Like, she can't just sit in this area. But I feel like this is one of those situations where because they have no flash, no flash, no flash, no flash, flash up, flash up, flash up, flash up. Like, this is it. This is your moment. For surely this is your moment. Like, T is way out here, but we don't do anything. And look, he even TPs. He actually TPs because he knew, and then you let him get away. Oh my gosh. My Leona, my Yone, my Jin, all 3 of them are awful. No, okay, they're not awful, right? Like, you just have to notice, like, the timing, right? I mean, like, they just suddenly all died. Like, because they get a pick off. And Cream, like, I mean, Cream honestly should not just, like, run into them, right? Like, honestly, he should just not do this. But he does, and he dies. At the same time, it looks like Leona went on these guys on the Baron. So they screwed themselves because they split their focus, and they lose.
And there we go. That 5K gold lead stays for TES. And honestly, I'm gonna give a salute to Cream. That might look questionable, but he led his team to win that fight. All of the buttons are gone from AL. There's no way for them to turn.
Excuse me.
So the rest of top esports just
I had to sneeze.
well. And it just seems like all of this game 1 is TES favor.
So Cream absorbs so much AL.
It's a good flank by Flandre. Yeah, good for him. Good on him. The Ari should have still not probably approached, but like it was good by Flandre and what he did.
And Na'Vi finds hope with the ulti. It's an immediate flash on 369 to take the damage. And once again, after he sacrifices life to get rid of the Jin. Hopom is carrying you. So a lot of gold in the early game, but now he's struggling.
A lot of time to be alive. Watch these 2 go at it. Coming into the series.
What an odd game. There's a lot happening. Like a lot happening.
Game number 1 that's paying dividends like this. When you think of the draft value this has in the next coming games as well against this AL team, it is massive. And now top esports looking to take more silent cards, more gold, and extend this lead over 10,000.
And I wanted to talk about some of those items we're talking or looking towards. Hope has now finished the 4 items on this Jin. They were still waiting for Shanks to get that Infinity yet, but I'm looking at JackeyLove, Guardian Angel. So it just means it's going to need an additional step from AL. They want to take him down. And you've been talking a lot about JackeyLove, but look at his teammates right now. Even Navi has had a burner of a buy game.
He really has, and he's been setting up for so much success on the team. I think Kanavi has really come into his own on top esports. We talked a lot about kind of his new legacy to try to carve off top esports. It hasn't been the prettiest. But hey, come with the title, that's all that matters. He goes on the back.
What?
A lot about kind of his new legacy he's been trying.
Because they took this, and their wave clear is shit, right? Outside of Jhin, it's shit. So, like, facing a Siege is rough. Also, Tarzan has no mana. So, like, Tarzan should already know at this point he needs to go base. Like, he needs to actually get mana back, or else he's useless. What did they see? Ooh. Because he has no flash. That's why they went out on him. So, and he has GA up still, right? So, no flashes on the carries.
That's all that matters. He goes on the
wow, he does so much fucking damage to that guy, by the way. Oh, he gets hit by QE. So that helps a little bit. Leona's stalling 2 people, which is great by him. And the Wukong and the Leona overall trying to hold the fort, but it just doesn't work.
It's not pretty, but it's effective as well. They managed to find their way into the inhibitor, take down bot, take down mid. They get a couple of kills to boot. They'll have to take that. JackeyLove still has double stuns. Baron wears out 50 seconds. This is success with LP.
Okay, they're gonna slow down. Oh no, they have the Kirk call open, but I don't know if it matters. 369 takes down Shanks, and now JackeyLove's 3 forward here. Deadly Flash goes, and they do get the CC off from Cream. He's trying to hope they can't do it now. The Baron to get doing the work on the next turret. Top esports, they want this game number 1 in style. They're trying to take Kyle now in the front line of things. 369 is here with his tank himself. That might be all they can get.
The Captain JackeyLove coming out from Hope. I'm not even gonna hold this. They're trying to make this base event from AL. It'll be an influx of gold, but if you give them that cleanse, I think that completely opens up the game for TES. I thought maybe they'd be out.
Alright, so for sure this is over with double inhibs gone. Like I said, bad wave clear.
I think TES have, like you were saying, just put all 5 of the members you have void grub, so why not just go for it? It was very competitive. Especially all the time.
Yeah, the Poppy. I told you guys, the Poppy would be a huge point. And it was. Yeah, he made some mistakes, but the Poppy really was a game changer for them winning this game. I will say, these guys, they're like trigger finger. Is that it? Best way to say it, the trigger finger. This was bad. That was a lot worse than I was expecting. I really did have higher hopes for how that would go. For TES, dude. Okay, actually, I'm gonna say this right now. MVP. In some ways, I actually want to say JackeyLove. Like, I think like JackeyLove and then Crisp under him, because Crisp did really good, but man, JackeyLove's positioning was just he was never in a position to die or like get hurt. Like, I really just felt like he could just do whatever the hell he wanted, and it was incredibly obnoxious. And this is with Kanavi making a lot of like pathing errors. Like, he made a lot of pathing errors in this game, and still did not matter for how the game shaped up. Flange did an alright job. Honestly, there was things he was noting that his team just wasn't doing. Actually, I know who the worst player of the game is. The worst player of the game is Shanks. I think this guy, the way he used his TP at times, the looks he did, like even his side laning, it was not good. Like, this wasn't good. This was okay. Like, he was 303, by the way. It was just okay. Just okay. Okay bad, actually, because there was moments that Kyle or Kale did not notice. Tarzan, just okay. Flanche, not bad. Just okay. Just like okay. Like, I want to say good, but like I really can't. Phenomenal. Great. Not bad. Yeah, he definitely didn't do too bad. And man, I don't know. This is Fearless too, right? I think. So going into the next game, I mean, there's still some really prime picks and balling to look into, right? Vi's gone though. We'll see. We'll see how they go. I mean, it's interesting that they did the Wukong into Jace, like I said, but it's not like my preferred thing. On to the next.